The lights don't flicker first. They die. Your room freezes in a half step. A fan clicks once and stops. The hum you've heard your whole life, gone. Somewhere outside, a car alarm screams for 10 seconds too long, then chokes itself silent. You stand there waiting for the lights to come back, waiting for the internet to refresh, waiting for someone official to explain this. That waiting is already killing you. Because while you're standing still, something else is moving. Cold is already crawling up the walls. Darkness is measuring the distance to your hands. Hunger is checking the calendar. And people are doing quiet math in their heads. This is how most disasters actually start. Not with fireballs, not with sirens, but with a pause. And that pause has a name: normalcy bias. It is the most lethal instinct you have. You think you'll know when it's serious. You won't. That's the lie your brain tells you to stay comfortable. Normalcy bias is your mind's emergency brake, slammed down in the worst possible moment. It whispers, "This is temporary. This is manageable. This has happened before." Your brain evolved to conserve energy, not to save your life in modern collapse. In psychology terms, normalcy bias makes you underestimate both the likelihood of a disaster and its severity. In plain language, your brain would rather be wrong tomorrow than uncomfortable right now. So you wait. You wait through the first blackout. You wait through the empty shelves. You wait while the ATM screen says, "temporarily unavailable." You wait while the city smells slightly different. And then the waiting window closes. History is full of people who died with full tanks of gas, stocked kitchens, and working legs, because they didn't use them when it was still easy. The disaster doesn't kill you first. Your delay does. Here's the part that's uncomfortable. If you're listening to this, you're already ahead. Not because you're smarter, not because you're tougher, but because awareness breaks the spell. Normalcy bias only works when you assume you're normal, when you assume tomorrow will look like yesterday with minor inconveniences. The moment you accept that this might not resolve, your brain switches modes. Predators don't announce themselves. Winter doesn't knock. Starvation doesn't scream until it's too late. You don't need panic. You need permission to act early. And that permission starts with understanding the enemy. The enemy is your own perception. Normalcy bias is not fear, it's the absence of it. Your senses feed data to your brain. The brain compares that data to past experiences. If the pattern looks familiar, it downplays danger. This is efficient. It saves calories. It works beautifully until the pattern has never existed before. A city without power for 6 hours feels like a storm. A city without power for 6 days becomes biology. Cold slows your blood. Darkness shrinks your world. Hunger changes who you are willing to hurt. The brain hates updating models. It resists admitting that the rules have changed, so it delays acceptance. That delay is where people die. On rooftops waiting for rescue that already passed, in apartments waiting for water pressure that will never return, in traffic jams waiting for order. The threat is patient. It lets you believe you have time. Methods to kill normalcy bias before it kills you. These are not comforting. They are not elegant. They work because they force your brain to accept reality early. Method 1. Make the disaster visible. Normalcy bias thrives on abstraction. Outage, shortage, unrest, soft words, clean edges. You counter it by making the threat physical. Turn off the lights in your home at night, intentionally. Sit in it. Notice how fast the space becomes unfamiliar. Darkness is not empty. It presses inward. It steals depth perception. It makes simple tasks clumsy. Fill your sink with water and imagine it is the last clean water you'll see for a week. Watch how carefully you start using it. This isn't role play.
it's sensory recalibration. Your brain believes what your body experiences. When you feel inconvenience turn into friction, friction into strain, your mind stops waiting for permission. You are teaching yourself what not normal actually feels like before it's forced on you. Method 2. Break the time illusion. Normalcy bias assumes tomorrow exists, so you take tomorrow away. Not literally, psychologically. Stop thinking in days, think in cycles. Light cycles, temperature cycles, hunger cycles. Without power, night arrives earlier. Without supply chains, food expires faster. Without law, decisions compress. Take a common object, a candle, a phone battery, a bag of rice. Track how fast it disappears when there is no replacement. The math is brutal. That's the point. Your brain loves averages. Disasters run on deadlines. When you feel time shrinking, you stop procrastinating survival decisions. Method 4. Use trash as a reality check. Normalcy bias assumes systems are permanent. Trash proves they aren't. Look at what you throw away every day. Cardboard, plastic bottles, broken electronics, fabric scraps. In a functioning world, this is waste. In a broken one, it's infrastructure. When you repurpose trash, turning plastic into water containers, cardboard into insulation, fabric into filters, you cross a mental line. You stop expecting rescue from the system and start extracting value from what's left. This feels degrading at first. That discomfort is your bias dying. Civilization teaches you to outsource survival. Collapse demands you internalize it again. Method 4. Practice early, not correct. Normalcy bias waits for confirmation. Confirmation arrives late. Instead of asking, "Am I sure?" ask, "What does early cost me?" Leaving early costs embarrassment. Acting early costs inconvenience. Waiting costs options. Do small, reversible actions at the first sign of instability. Fill containers, charge devices, consolidate resources, move information offline. If nothing happens, you look paranoid. If something does happen, you look alive. Your brain hates false alarms. Survival favors them. Method 5. Shrink your social circle on purpose. People amplify normalcy bias. Groups normalize delay. Someone always says, "It'll be fine." Someone always laughs. Someone always quotes authority. In disasters, crowds are anesthetic. Limit whose opinions you absorb. Choose 1 or 2 signals you trust. Personal observation, not headlines. The fewer voices you hear, the faster you decide. This feels antisocial. Good. Most people die socially aligned. Method 6. Accept moral degradation early. This one hurts. Normalcy bias assumes you will behave like yourself forever. Hunger disagrees. Cold rewrites ethics. Fear edits priorities. Scarcity rearranges kindness. You don't wait until desperation to imagine this. You acknowledge it now. You decide what lines matter and which ones won't survive reality. This isn't about becoming cruel. It's about not being surprised when the world stops rewarding politeness. The shock of moral collapse paralyzes people. Acceptance keeps you functional. Method 7. Rehearse the moment you stop waiting. There is a specific moment in every disaster when waiting turns fatal. You rehearse it. The moment the water pressure drops, the moment the shelves are half empty, the moment help doesn't come when promised. Picture yourself standing there and choosing to move. Movement kills normalcy bias. Action collapses denial. Even wrong action is better than frozen correctness. You don't need the perfect plan. You need momentum. The truth most people miss. Normalcy bias doesn't make you weak. It makes you human. That's why it works so well. Disasters don't need to overpower you. They just need you to hesitate long enough for physics and biology to take over. Hypothermia doesn't care about optimism. Dehydration doesn't respect credentials. Crowds don't preserve morality. The world doesn't end all at once. It erodes while you're waiting for it to stop. Say this to yourself when things go quiet. This might not fix itself. Not loudly, not dramatically, just honestly. That sentence is a switch. Once it flips, you stop asking for reassurance. You start looking for leverage. You notice overlooked tools. You see exits sooner. You move while movement is still cheap. Normalcy bias kills by convincing you that patience is wisdom. In collapse, patience is often just fear in a clean suit. The threat is not loud. It is calm. It is familiar. It sounds like your own voice saying, "Let's wait a little longer." Don't argue with it. Outrun it. When the world stops behaving normally, neither should you. Survive early.